Hey everybody, Webby here. As you can see behind me, we have a jungle over here. It's hot, I'm already sweating. I didn't even do anything yet and I'm already sweating. This is actually two properties together. You would assume this little rope thing here is their property line. Not like it really matters. Both of these properties are condemned. But I was driving through with Mrs. Webby and we saw this and it was like, wow, somebody needs to take care of that. And I knocked on the neighbor's door and she had actually said that at one point, because everything's so high, her dog was outside and actually got bit by a snake. And as you'll see throughout the video going through this property, I mean, it is just, anything could live in here. There's tons of shade. Usually when there's shade, there's dampness, and all kinds of creepy crawlies could be in here. So gonna try to get this knocked out today. It's pretty big. It goes all the way around to the front too, and I don't know if I'll be able to do it all in one day. I might have to come back and do it tomorrow, but hey, we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. That guy made it with about an inch to spare between my trailer and his vehicle. So I wanted to take the brush mower through here because I didn't know what I was going to find. But it doesn't seem like there's going to be an awful lot of debris that I would have to worry about if I used my finish mower. But I'm maybe 5 minutes from my house, so I might trade the brush mower for my 48-inch stand-on, because it'll fit through that gate since it's not really a gate. But I think I'll be safe. As much as I love using the brush mower, because it just takes everything down, to use that, it's going to take forever, because this is a little bit bigger property than I'm used to. But that's just how the area is. So I'm in Pennsylvania, for anybody who's watching who's not familiar with me or where I live. And it's coal region Pennsylvania. So way back when coal was king, a lot of people moved to this area. It grew very rapidly, and they threw houses up everywhere in any way they could. So you have a bajillion and one row homes, and a lot of them are, it's just a 12-foot wide lot by 125. Some of them are half that. Heck, some of them are even smaller than that. Some of them are like 50 feet from the porch to the end of the yard. But that's how it is where I live. So to find big, wide open, beautiful properties, it's pretty tough for me. I'm not saying I can't do it. It's gonna be a lot more work and a lot more digging than some of the other dudes that do this stuff. But for where I live, this is a pretty big property, and this is quite a bit of work. So yeah, I think I'm going to trade the brush mower for the 48 stand-on. Oh. Probably all wondering why I'm only doing a little square here. Well, there's a lot of stuff here that's going to get trimmed that isn't grass. Like this, I don't even know what kind of tree this is, to be honest. But it's all over, and there's no way you're getting anywhere underneath it without trimming it. There's a rhododendron, all kinds of tall weeds, this giant pine tree that hangs over. It's like a cherry tree of some sort in there. But there's a lot of things that I need to cut down that have branches that I have nowhere to put. So basically, I just made a spot for myself. I'm gonna get another bag. I don't know if I'm gonna rake up and bag everything, because when it comes to weeds, they're gonna grow back no matter what. But if there is like a layer of mulch, which mulch can be really, it could be anything. It could be dead leaves, it could be mulch you buy at the store, it could be a whole bunch of grass, straw, hay, whatever. It will keep it from growing back for a certain amount of time, or at the very least slow it down. I know everybody likes everything to look pristine and perfect, but practically, if we're looking at it practically, if I dump the bags in some of these places to keep everything down, especially when it's next to the building, it probably would help. Once again, my phone got too hot, shut off. Imagine that. Took the case off it. I thought maybe that will help. It should. I can hear everybody watching this going, why don't you move the tarp closer? And you're right. Well, my trimmer is currently overheated too. But I know with that, I can put it in the shade for a few minutes and it'll start. Here, hold that. Thanks. Like I said earlier, we're in the coal region. So sometimes people decorate with coal. And there's quite a bit of it here. I think I got all of it. Oh, nice root system there. Can't exactly do much with it, but there is the odd possibility somebody once had a pet buried here or something. I don't know. So just to be respectful, just in case, I'm gonna try to lay it in here semi-decent like. I think that's it. I don't think there's any more buried. Doesn't mean I won't find any more though, because there's bricks all over the place in here. Oh, and there's this random nonsense. Let me show you this. Maybe it was a shed over here. I don't know. It's just random pavers, random big stone, and whatever this thing is. What the? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna try to clear it up though. Anybody need a handle to a wheelbarrow? Yeah, me neither. So I do use two different trimmers. One's heavy duty, that one's a little bit lighter. I don't know what this is, so I want to try to be a little delicate with it. So I'm going to use the lighter one. You got me. I don't know what the point of it was. Show you guys again. People used to decorate with coal. There's a couple chunks. Some more there. This is my pal David. David the gnome. He's just a cool cat. What can I say? That's right. I said David the gnome. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Others wonder. Well, I have some prior engagements that I need to tend to. And I'm going to have to come back tomorrow to finish this. And that's all right. What? No, I'll be back. Don't give me a hard time. I'll be back. What do you think, you're the Terminator? Knock it off. Anyway. See you guys tomorrow. Well, we're back. I literally did nothing and I'm already pouring sweat. I don't think I'd make it as one of those guys down in Florida or somewhere down south cutting grass. I would die. There's no way. So, checking out this rhododendron here. So it's broken there. So I'm going to cut this piece off. I really didn't want to cut any of it off, but being that it's broken, lost my hat. Being that it's broken, that will give diseases and rot a place to start. So I'm going to cut that off. So these are wild blackberry canes, and they are full of thorns. Even with gloves on, that doesn't matter. They'll go right through. Yes, I need a haircut. There's a bald-faced hornet flying around here. I hope he's just investigating. I hope that doesn't mean he has brothers and sisters. Jeez. Check out this crazy vine. Anybody familiar with Virginia creeper knows what I'm talking about. That's got to be all of 35 feet.
You're doing this for the township.
I'm just doing it for free. Making a video out of it.
Okay.
Make a hell of a transformation.
No, the reason I'm asking this is 3 lots. I was making sure you weren't doing it for the township.
No.
I pay the taxes on this. Fine, I'm not arguing with you. Oh, you took the string down because that's a.
Oh, I'm putting that back.
That's a separate lot.
Yeah, I untied it and I set it over there, and then when I'm done, I'm going to put it back.
You're doing it for free.
Yeah, making a video out of it, putting it on YouTube.
No, my name won't be on it. Good.
Already looks like a different place, don't it?
Oh, totally different.
Only thing.
That's what I said. We lost this one for back taxes. They were here a couple of days. Threw all my fireman collectibles out. They use in a van. Now they have a permit for 2 weeks, but nobody's here.
I'm not surprised.
I have to get my steel out, or
all that stuff over there.
the cooking grill.
Oh, oh, is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah, that's from an old, well, not old, but a rotisserie. Where the hell did you get all those in from?
Those?
Yeah.
Snipped under here. See, what I wanted to do, I wanted to be able that if someone did come in to maintain it, I wanted the rhododendron off the ground as much as possible. Some of it you can't do anything, and I wanted to be able to just go under here with a mower.
Did anybody grab your legs when you were in there?
No.
About 4 dogs over there. Hey, looks awesome, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Yep, not a problem.
How's it going?
Oh, sweaty.
Looks that way.
Yeah.
I don't know, somebody called and said you were in the backyard, didn't know why or what, how.
Yeah, I'm just cleaning it up.
Looks that way.
Making a YouTube video. The owner was just here.
Was he?
Maybe 10 minutes ago.
Really?
Yeah.
What was his name? That's not the owner.
I don't remember.
He's not the owner anymore. All right, I guess they have cameras here or something. So.
Well, he wasn't complaining.
Why would he? To be honest with you. All right. Yeah, the property is actually it went through tax sale.
Yeah.
And the owner is something or other. And I guess they saw on camera that you were here. They were just concerned about it.
Yeah.
So,
Well.
let me just get your ID if you don't mind.
Yeah. Well, no problem with that.
So we know who it is.
Well, how about this one? Let me go back and I'll call that the complaint back.
Okay.
and see if they you're doing this for free.
Yeah. You know,
Can
you
use
Pat.
that video.
Pat might go
Why
way
not,
back.
man. Let me go back and call her and see if she wants you to finish. Well, I mean, I don't see why you
I
wouldn't.
don't care what she says. I'm finishing. I can't stop a video in the middle.
So, yeah, you definitely have your work cut out here.
Yeah, I was here yesterday for about 5 hours. I got here about noon today.
We appreciate you doing the good Samaritan thing.
Yeah.
Are you calling them?
Yeah, just to let them know what it is.
All right.
All right, my man.
Sir, yes, sir.
The owner does not want you on her property. All right, and she has the right to say that.
She does.
Yeah.
So, got to get going. Even though I don't really, I know I don't. I'm sure Officer Campbell doesn't, but she don't want you here.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Webb, have a nice day.
You guys take care.
Nice meeting you, man.
Pat, it's been a while, man. Take it easy. Well, that was the cops, and they were in touch with the person who owns this property, who doesn't live around here, and they want me off the property. I'm almost done. I'm going to be out of here. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I think that's nuts that somebody would go and do all this work for free, and somebody has a problem with it. But I guess that's just how people are. But hey, this is whoever it is. It's their property. They whatever they say goes. So I don't know. There's all these piles of debris and everything here. I guess I have to leave it here. I'll finish up what I can, but hey, I gotta get out of here. So I do have my edge already, but since I kind of need to get out of here, I'm gonna just do a quick edging with the trimmer. I'm not gonna go all out. I know you're probably disappointed because we all love the beautifully edged walkways, but yeah, I'd rather not get in trouble for trespassing. Well, I ran out of string, and I don't feel like, I move the camera here. I don't really feel like restringing it. So, I'm just gonna use the edger anyway. Well, that's that. Now to clean up and get out of here. It's a shame, because I really don't have that much more left to do. Besides get the piles of junk out of here, and that'll take a while. That'll be 2, maybe 3 trips with my truck and trailer. Oh well. Nothing I can do about it. Hey everybody, really quick before I go. I don't know if everybody else is as bummed out as I am. I mean, I've got most of it finished. I didn't get to go around and do some of the little odds and ends that I really wanted to, like the finishing touches and such. And unfortunately, there's some pretty big mounds of, not trash, but you know, yard debris in there. But I guess that's just the way it is. I know there's probably a lot of people that are saying, probably agreeing with what's going through my head, is why would the owner, you know, why would the owner be ungrateful? Well, it's their property. They can do whatever they want, and they don't want me there, so be it. But hey, stay tuned for the after shots, and don't mind the mounds of yard debris.